Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Humankind, where we are playing as the Carolans. Something weird is going on with my UI right now. There we go, it's loading in properly by now. That was super low res, but that problem seems to be fixed. Now, we are doing pretty well. We've had a pretty strong start. We have two cities built up right now. We have Huaito over here. That's just how I'm going to pronounce it for now. We have Caral way over here. We also have some territories. We have got a Neckar down here and Formalhaut over there. We've got some extra horses. We've got two horses actually. We've got some salt for plus extra food, and we've got dye for extra industry. We could get some extra dye over here as well. This is probably going to be another territory I'd want to take. Tea would be nice in the late game as well for the extra food. But for now, all of our guys are done, and it's just time to end this turn and move on to the next. Meanwhile, we've got an Estate Star, which we get for influence. So that's pretty nice. We are now in third position, so we are traded behind a little bit.
So,
let's have a look.
tell me.
The Hittites want a non-aggression pact. Now we are almost out of the ancient era, by the way.
Yes.
We need one more era star,
You have my attention.
and we'll be done. These guys are risk-taking and militarist. If we get a non-aggression
How
pact
can
with
I
them,
say
these
no?
guys are probably the biggest threat in terms of just their behavior, their outright willingness to fight. Now these guys are going to have to stay put here, and they couldn't move anymore even if they wanted to, so that is okay with me. We also have a territory over here with an unknown strategic resource, which will be great to grab. And we need to be aggressive with our territory taking, because the AI is expanding as well. We've got Hattusa over here, another city over here, I think, because I can see the straight lines. Now, maybe first of all we'd want to go for this territory. It's kind of in the middle of everyone. But this would be super important later in the game, and that is probably, it's also the first thing we will run into. So let's just start moving over in this direction and see if we can grab this territory. We need one more turn for animal barns, which will give us plus 10 food over in Caral, because we have two horses and we get 5 food for every horse that we have. So that's quite nice. Caral will have a lot of food pretty soon. Now we do have some friendly tribesmen running around. We know they're friendly because they have the peace symbol. So they're not going to be raiding us, they're not going to be attacking. I have no problem with them being where they are right now. Meanwhile, we could start building palisades. We could go for granary, but the granary only provides us plus 2 food, and this is only good for the defensive, which, yeah, we don't really need to be right now. Meanwhile, our stability is up to 127%, because we have a 27% surplus, which means we could build 2 more maker's quarters. And I would say that is definitely something we want to do. We'll go for, well, we'll lose a little bit of food and a little bit of faith by building it here. Or this would build over our district. We don't want that. No, no, no. Now we could go for this. It's a little bit less construction, but a bit more faith. But I think we've got a head start on the faith game anyway. It's better to build up our industry as quickly as possible. So that is what we will go for. Now these guys, every time they get close to an enemy unit, they're going to be losing all of their movement points.
Yes.
Which is not great, but it's okay. Let's see, how much does it take? It doesn't actually say how much it would take right now, except, oh, now it does, 63. We could go for 11-11 or 7-17. This is quite strong. We could do this this turn, however, and 11-11 is respectable. Like that food is really good, and we can kind of swing around building districts and stuff like that. And this also has like a natural choke point in case people want to attack us from this side. I think we'll just grab this. It will also give us more time to generate influence, I guess, for our next territory grab. Formalhaut converted to a new religion, the Carolans shamanism. That's good. Meanwhile, we have researched bronze working, so we can actually make use of our bronze as well. Now we have access to spearmen, the watchtower, as well as the forge. +5 industry per copper. Or bronze, actually, I should say. We'll go ahead and grab this curiosity. +15 science, +10 influence. And maybe we should have assigned some new research first of all, actually. Let us go ahead and research writing. It takes a little bit longer than the other ones, but if we are the first people to research writing, we'll get a fame bonus. We could actually have a look at that. So we have Sacred Ground for 100 fame. That is nice. Wonderful Mount Everest, we've got that one as well. But let's see, there is one here that is about writing. Probably somewhere at the top. I don't see it right here. But it does exist, and I doubt anyone else has taken it. At least for the natural wonders. Movable typeface, yeah, sure. Discover electricity. I know it's a thing, I'm just not seeing it right now. But we'll be able to get it, I think. We'll just go for it, and then we'll see. The Olmecs want to share maps. Sure, this will give us a lot of extra information. So if we zoom out now a little bit, we can see all the territory that they have right now. They have one big city, they have horses and copper as well as us, and they're grabbing these two territories right here. We've got Hattusa, who has 2 cities. We've got the Xiao, who have 2 cities as well. And they don't know much about Memphis, but Memphis has 1 city, probably another city down here somewhere. So we're not far behind. We have 2 friendly tribes over here that we cannot interact with quite yet. But we'll make do. Hauto over here can actually build another thing. Let's go ahead and let's see. We could build an artisan's quarter on the gold, but again, doesn't really help us that much, except the stability might be nice. I would probably want to invest a little bit more in something else, however. Let's see, +6 industry if we build the lumber yard, but it's quite slow. Let's see, we actually get +1 food, +1 production, and +3 gold if we build this. Let's just go ahead and quickly do that. Like, its overall bonus is not that powerful for us right now. But it's actually, it's also something we could sell. We could sell gold to other nations. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We'll keep swinging around these other people. And then we'll move this group over in this direction. We'll try to grab this territory as well. We do have runners and a warrior. We could probably take out the Funi. Meanwhile, the struggle for dominion. The capital is the empire's true seat of power, but now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Their leaders and other influential figures want sway over the empire's affairs, and the question of who wields power must be answered. So we could go ahead and grab +1 city cap. That would be quite good, and we should have enough influence to still grab a territory afterwards. We could also go for autarch, and we will get +25 stability on capital, which is good if you want to attach a ton of territories to the capital. But I think
most problems
we'll go for
yield
cities.
To the onslaught of more brains.
And we'll leave that as it is. We've discovered Taurus, or actually the Olmecs have discovered the Taurus Mountains. And Karkloof discovered, which was discovered by the Xiao. I keep making mistakes about that.
Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human
We
hands.
have another natural wonder, the Atacama Desert. Let's have a look. +10 stability on city or outpost, +5 science on research quarter, and +1 influence on research quarter. That's pretty nice, actually. That's not too bad. I think Mount Everest is more powerful.
It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a
And
wondrous planet.
Salar de Uyuni. Interesting. A bewitching landscape of brilliant white salt flats. The Salar de Uyuni is transformed into a gigantic mirror after rains. This is probably a new natural wonder, by the way. Plus 10 stability on city or outpost, plus 3 food per farmers on city or outpost, that is really good. Plus 2 money per farmers on city, that is really, really good. I like that one. That's a good one there to have. Alright. We should probably also connect up one of these other territories. We could attach Formalhaut to Karal, turn this into a big territory, and they have enough stability to support it. Let's go ahead and do that. That will give us our next era star as well. Now, we could go into a different era right now if we so wanted. We are now second place, just below this other nation that we haven't met yet. We probably don't want to do that yet, though. And this is one thing I don't like. Like, now we have to choose, but we would be the first to move into another civilization as well. That's pretty nice. We get first pick. By pressing escape, now we can see how much more we would need to do to get other era stars. So we've got all of our expansionist stars. That is good. It will take some time before we get estate stars. Agrarian stars is going to take some time. This is going to take quite some time. This is not going to happen anytime soon. Scientist stars, however, we need 2 more research for 173 fame. That's pretty good. As well as 3 more districts to get the builder star. So we might just hold off on this for a bit. We'll lose first choice. We could have a look actually at some of the new tribes. The Garamantes, for example. I am not familiar with them. The flower that blossoms in the desert can blossom anywhere. Plus 5 influence on main plaza if city is growing. That's pretty good. Early game, I like that. That's pretty sweet. And they have the Fogara. Underground aqueducts transport subterranean water to the surface, thus bringing life to even the most seemingly infertile ground. Wow. Plus 3 food. That's not too great in and of itself, but plus 2 food per adjacent sterile terrain. Plus 1 food per adjacent rocky field, plus 1 food per adjacent stone field. This could be really good if you're well, of course in the desert, or in between a lot of mountains, I guess. And they have javelin riders. Ranged combat units, interesting. And move 1 after attack. Can move 1 tile for free after attacking. That's pretty nice. But overall, I'm not too impressed for our current playthrough. An alternative would be the Nazca. We will write our legends on the land itself. Let's see, plus 1 bonus emblematic district on territories containing a natural wonder. Alright. Yeah. Now we have Nazca lines on emblematic district. Plus 2 influence. Plus 1 faith. Not too great. And then we have headhunters. Beheading fallen enemies, headhunters claim their foes' fatality for their own, while renewing the land's fertility. Shared Ardor. When this unit destroys an enemy in battle, it inspires all its allies and provides them with an Ardor bonus. Okay, so that makes everyone stronger around them. That would be okay. I'm not too sure about these 2 bonuses though. The bonus emblematic district is nice, but then the emblematic district itself... or is this an enhancement of already existing emblematic districts? I guess so. I am not too sure about these so far. We can I might go for the Maya actually. The Maya are pretty nice. They get plus 2 industry per work, like industry workers on city or outpost, and they can build the Kuna. Plus 3 industry per number of attached territories. Plus 2 faith. Plus 4 industry per adjacent maker's quarter. This could be a very powerful district if placed correctly. They have noble javelineers, which are kind of cool, but they don't have indirect fire, so they need to have direct line of sight on an enemy. They are easily attacked. If you go up against cavalry, they are very weak. Achaemenid Persians could be nice because of the plus 2 city cap, as well as plus 10 stability on city or outpost. Basically allows you to get way more cities than other people. The Satrap's Palace and the influence per adjacent district, plus 5 money, all that is pretty good. And the Immortals are pretty nice as well. You just need copper to make them, so that's pretty nice. But for now, we'll end the turn right here. World
No
Deep is
doubt
locked.
this independent people possess sophisticated customs,
I think
rights,
someone-
language, and beliefs. I do hope you're going to treat them well.
Verba Volans, Cryptum Manent, has been locked by another empire. I think
Not a problem.
that was the writing. Discover writing, yeah. God, I was so close. Sunderbands discovered. Sunderbands forest. Alright. Crap, so someone beat us to writing. That is
So,
not
will
great.
this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier
Right,
or
we'll
a
move
blessing?
these guys over
Their
here, and then we'll
future
have a
may not
look
be
at
in
where
their
we could claim territory. I guess there's no adjacent territories to claim.
Look
That
at
is
what a competing
weird.
empire has accomplished.
Unless we need to take these guys,
A
but
gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment, and perhaps a pang of jealousy.
someone built a wonder. That is interesting. That's good to know. We need more influence to get one, I think. Well, we could have a look at the... They've all been claimed. Oh, wow. Alright. Interesting. Yeah, wow. That is kind of crazy. Now, we could try and grab this territory from these guys as well. If we wanted to. 8, 10, 7, 15. This is pretty strong, and we'll be on the river. Let's go ahead and grab it, actually, just because we can. Let's be greedy. Let's make sure these guys cannot really easily expand anymore. And I guess we cannot claim this this territory, which is interesting and a bit of a shame. Now, a good thing is that these guys are not aggressive towards us. And I don't think these guys will reinforce each other, but they might. Warrior and spearmen and archers. Oh, that would not be good. We would get wrecked if those two join up. Now, religious rights. This might be interesting, because we have a pretty strong lead on religion, I think. We'll have to check. We could have -30 on religious district industry cost. That is pretty powerful. And unlocks action procession for communal rights. Procession allows us to spend money in order to increase stability in a city. That could be quite powerful. But let's have a look at religion. Alright, so Olmec shamanism is expanding outwards. These guys might have... Oh, they have Shao shamanism, so they finally started having their own, but they will get pushed back, I think. We have a decent foothold here. We have a bit of a foothold there. We might be able to work something here by pushing more faith. But we'll have to wait. We need 15 more followers before we can get any more. I don't think religious rights is going to help us with that. No, that's just for the religious district cost. We might have a look at that later, actually. Alright, let's have a look. Trade everything, the Hittites. Alright, their war support is slowly growing, and I don't know why.
For celebration.
Different religions, okay. We did sign a treaty, which they like, and they are jealous of our resources, and our borders are close to them, okay. And their strength, their war support is higher than ours. Yeah, I already knew that. That is not too new. So I guess we would have to deal with these guys. We might be able to. And they would only be able to start right there in their base. So that only one guy would come for the attack. I think we'll go ahead and attack. Let's see, we have our warriors over here. We'll end the deployment like that. Oh wow. So because they are on the defensive here, I guess that will make them a little bit stronger. We cannot attack them from the rear. I wonder if they will get reinforcements. Yes, the other guys are helping them. That is not great for us. That is not great at all. So these guys will go on the attack. That is one little thing that is in our benefit, but they already wiped out one of our units, which is not great. Our warriors will go up and attack these archers. These guys will swing around the back and attack these archers from the rear. They'll also get a bit of benefits in the forest, which helps them stay alive a little bit longer. But these guys are in a bad position. Oh wow. Oh, this is really bad. We're getting wiped. Well, we'll have to go on the attack, because if we move here, we'll just die. And we'll do quite some damage still. But these guys are going to get wiped out by the archers, no doubt. So it's not quite a one-shot kill, but it's definitely a two-shot kill. Right, so we lost 3 units. That is really poor. Really, really poor. We'll have these guys... they could station here, but I'd like them to grab the discovery, but they cannot push through this army unit, unfortunately for us. Alright, well, with that done, I might want to build a wall here, because this probably upsets these guys.
Your empire.
We claim the territory on their border. They have a grievance. Their war support is growing ever so slightly. Not too happy with that. Though, we do need to build one more district. And if we do that, then we will have pretty good, we'll have another builder star. We'll get a bit more fame. Let's go for food and production. Like, this is slightly stronger for production, but we need food as well. We'll go ahead and grab that. It's way too expensive to buy out, unfortunately. As for them, we could use some food. Not the strongest of places, unfortunately. We'll get some extra faith over here, and that will be nice. I'll grab that faith.
An enormous leap forward, from mundane tallies of crops to recording the wisdom of sages. Humankind now wields the most powerful tool of all.
Writing. Sadly, though, we're not the first. Someone became the Axumites. Alright. A new grievance is available to us as well. The Egyptians attack one of your armies at Skeptrum. Oh. Oh, here we go. They attacked their outpost. And they're attacking it with warriors. Oh, we're gonna have to retreat away from that. That is not manageable. The warriors are there to mess us up completely. We don't want that. As for research, we'll go for cheap. Cheap is good. Let's go get fishing. Fishing will allow us to get food from the water. That will be very nice in and of itself. We need one more science and also one more research finished to get some more fame. Oh wow. The other guy is up to 1685. This is a different culture even. Another one that we haven't met quite yet. Hittites feel different. Or they are hesitant now. Interesting. Let's see. We could buy out this. That will give us the Arrow Star. That's good. And then we might need some more production. We could go ahead and grab 7 production right here, but our stability is running down a little. Let us actually go ahead and grab healers. We need some more warrior units. Right, so they attacked us, but they didn't quite make it. We'll go ahead and grab this. The healer will be done on the next turn. But we definitely need to grab some of this, some of these extra army units. Now, what we could do, because we could actually freely attack outposts and stuff like that, but if we attach this to the city, they will no longer be able to contest it. So that might be a strategy, except Whiteo over here already is losing stability. That is not great. Alright, with that, this era star is done. We are up to 1424. Puts us back in 4th place. And with that, I don't think anything else is close enough to be worth waiting for. We have the Estate Stars. Let's see, 1200. We have 54. 3 turns we'll get the Estate Star, actually. 3 turns. We could wait for that. And money, we need to earn 147. That takes too long. With 29 gold per turn, That takes way too long.
It was not love or hate at first sight.
Alright, there
Let's see how
we could
second
demand
sight
this
goes.
from them. We could have a crisis. This will boost our war support a little bit as well.
Pay me or prepare your headstone.
And they yielded.
This is
Oh.
not worth spilling blood over.
That is interesting. So we got Misam over here. And they wanted a different territory, I guess, but we just got this one for free. Just for demanding it, essentially. That's pretty good. Also, we should not forget that we can actually grab this copper with some influence. Should have done this a while ago, but it's easy to forget. Let's see, these guys will move over here. Let's see, can you also go over there? No. We'll move back onto the outpost and wait for reinforcements to show up. Right, so we've got quite a bit of industry in Karal right now. Stability is going down slightly. So maybe it's time to invest in something else. We could invest in, let's see, we need some science. +1 science per researchers. Let's go ahead and grab that since it's pretty quick and it will help boost our research a bit. Huaito over here should probably go ahead and grab the palisades right about now. Because we are going to be conflicting with our neighbors here a little bit. As for research, masonry, forced labor and stoneworks. Stoneworks might be quite nice for this area. We should have a lot of stone fields and stuff like that. The wheel is pretty good as well because it will give us roads. And they set the movement cost of terrain to 1 and it will basically connect up all our territory. We're probably going to grab that later. Irrigation is actually quite good as well because it gives us access to the public fountain, which gives us +15 stability. Alright, we'll wait for the estate fame star. Let's see, oppressing my people. They have forgiven a grievance. That is good. Right, these guys are going to walk over there. We could almost get there, but we'll have them stay put until the healer gets there. Then, family matters. Once a wandering tribe, your civilization now possesses a fine city where generations of families have settled and grown. Individuals are known by a single name alone, but with more and more citizens, it is becoming harder to track family lines, to know who is related to who. In order to better identify your people, you believe it is time for citizens of the same family to take a common second name. From where should the family name originate? The mother, the father, or nature? Alright, so this would move the geopolitical axis towards the world. This would move our order axis towards authority. And mother would move it towards tradition, which will help our faith output a little bit later on, if we get enough of it. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Alright, we need one more turn to get the estate star. Wow, this other guy is just snowballing right now. They're up to 2,000. They have a really strong start. Alright, we'll go ahead and combine this army. Just because we can, because they're so close. That will be good. We could get some more industry. We could get +4 food. It's not amazing, the granary here. We should probably grab some more army units. Let's go ahead and grab an archer. And we'll end the turn. We'll grab a healer as well. Irrigation is finished. The era star has been unlocked, and with that, I think it is time to advance. Now, only one group has advanced to the next age, which were the Axumites. Basically, tons of money. What do we want to do here? We could go with Greeks, +2 science per researchers on city or outpost. That's pretty nice. The Amphitheatron, +1 influence per era, +3 science per era, -10 stability, and +2 science per adjacent district. It also counts as a research quarter, and we'll get access to hoplites, for which we only need 1 copper. Also, they have phalanx and they're anti-cavalry, but the phalanx basically gives extra combat strength for different units with phalanx ability being adjacent to them, so that's pretty nice. Carthaginians might be pretty good since we are on the coast. minus 25% on all constructibles buyout costs, so it will be easier to buy out production on our cities. They also have Kofan, plus 10 district fortification. Yeah, it's okay. Plus 3 industry per adjacent coastal water. Now this is quite strong. Plus 2 industry per adjacent lake. Meh, we don't have many of those. It replaces the harbor and it will count as a farmer's quarter, market quarter and maker's quarter. And they'll get access to elephants. So far, not too great. Celts. I don't really particularly care about the Celts either. The Goths could be good for if we want to go to war, but so far we've been peaceful with our people, with our neighbors. Huns, same thing. Basically, they have the Hunnic Horde. We could actually go for the Hunnic Horde since we have 2 horses. They're quite strong as well. The Maurians, plus 1 influence on emblematic districts, minus 10 on attached outpost cost. It's okay. Influence, faith, plus 3 science, plus 2 influence per adjacent district, plus 1 researcher slot on city or outpost, and it counts as a research quarter. And I get the Samnaya, a ranged unit, an elephant platform, ignores penalties from fighting and melee. This one is quite strong. I also like the Maya quite a lot, except for their unique units. It's not that great. Achaemenid Persians, however, are quite nice as well, and the Immortals are quite strong. And they are stronger when fighting from high ground and fortified positions even. So this is usually a choice that I like. It gives you some extra money, some extra influence, another trader slot. The plus 2 city cap is really, really nice. I think we'll go ahead and grab the Achaemenid Persians here. It will allow us to grow large. This army is going to stay right there. These guys are going to move back onto the outpost. And they'll just be right there. And as for research, we will grab the wheel at this point. And with that, we will end our turn and enter the next era.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability. As far as ideas go, you'll need to get comfortable with the idea that the troops are not actually immortal.
Nope, they are not. But they're still quite strong, especially on the defensive. And since I don't particularly care to be aggressive, well, they might help with aggression as well, because we're expansionists, you know, we get extra fame points for expanding a lot, for grabbing territory. And with that, actually, we should probably go ahead and grab Scattrum here. That is not too bad. Now we could turn one of these into a city as well. We have 11 food, 12 industry here, 9 food, 11 industry there, and we've got Neckar in the back, which could be connected to one of these 2 cities or one of the other ones. Probably it would be good to have a forward city here. And we have enough influence points to do it, so let's actually go ahead and grab this. With that we have our first era star, and we will get a fair amount of fame for doing it. And now, let's see, we have 100 stability with a 5% surplus. Let's go ahead and grab Pottery Workshop for the extra influence. That's always nice. We could go with a harbor here for plus 11 food, but for right now we're okay. Satrap's Palace might actually be more important. We get plus 8 gold, plus 2 faith, plus 7 influence. That's pretty sweet. We'll go ahead and grab that one. Now with our expansionist, we have the under one banner ability. We can target another empire's outpost or administrative center with an army to forcibly add it to your empire. This will take a few turns and can be interrupted. So we could actually grab a territory without just dismantling it. We will just take it over and it will belong to us. So that's quite nice. Here I think it's probably time to not make another district, but we'll start working on infrastructure a little bit. We could go ahead and grab Lumberyard for plus 7 industry. or food? Food might be more important right now, because we are running low. For 4 turns, we can build animal barns, which provide us with plus 11 food. That's pretty strong. I really like this update. It's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I cannot believe that was not in there when the game first came out.
We've been going nowhere. Shall we
shall.
try forward?
Yeah,
What? This
we'll
is
have
good.
open borders with you. That's okay. Alright, so we have healers and hunters over here. We could go ahead and set a little bit forward, because the enemy might reach this before they reach us. We do have an aggressive territory over here, and oh, we have iron. Alright, that's good to know. Meanwhile, roads pop into existence. We have access to the chariots. With research though, we need to take a quick look, because we have our unique units, right? And they are right there, standing army. We can already research it, and we'll get iron there as well. I like that. There's nothing else right now that I particularly care to get, so that will be a good choice. Now, we have gained enough followers to get another tenet, and this is quite good. There is one other religion that has already reached this point, but they are not close to us. Reject luxury, plus 5 money on luxury resource deposit. Could be quite good. Be virtuous as water, plus 2 stability on river. That could be pretty good as well. Most of our cities are going to be on rivers, after all. Shelter the true oracles, plus 1 influence on mountain. That's pretty good. Smite unbelievers, plus 25 experience on creating units on all cities. Minus 1 unit upkeep on units, plus 1 maximum number of holy sites. Pretty decent. A war support bonus when winning a battle on relations. When opponent plus 10 war support when opponent retreats from battle on relations. This could be pretty good as well when you're at war. This will help you close the war quicker in your favor. Seek wisdom, plus 5 science on strategic resource deposit. It's pretty good. Abstain from intoxicants, plus 2 industry on forest, plus 2 industry on woodland. Now we've got some pretty strong areas with this, I think. So this might be a strong this might be a strong choice, actually. Coastal water and lake, plus 2 food. It's pretty good as well. This is pretty good for the money. Experience, it's okay. Not the best, but it's okay. Influence on mountain. I think let's do... Actually, let's have a look at our river. Actually, we don't have a river over here. We do have a river over there, and we do exploit this. So we will get that for all of this. We have a river over here as well that we are exploiting. So we'll get a benefit from that. And we have a river over here as well, quite a lot. This is actually pretty sweet. And stability is always a problem. Actually, let's go ahead and choose that tenet. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. With that, I should probably go ahead and build another stone ring. And we'll build it over here in Parsa. Because this is where they will expand to, I think. Well, let's see, let's find a pretty hard to reach or terrible spot that we won't quickly build anything else into. Right there, I guess, that's okay. And Parsa can actually go ahead and help out. It's going to shave off only 1 turn. It's not the best. The Olmecs become Maurians. The Zhao become Garamantis. Alright, a new wonder can be claimed. Now this time we should really jump on top of this. This is new. This belongs to the DLC. Pyramid of the Sun. Taking its distinctive color from Tzontle, a coarse volcanic rock, the Pyramid of the Sun is a most striking edifice. Plus 20 faith, plus 40 stability, plus 2 food and territories, districts and exploitations, as well as 100 fame. That's pretty nice. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Stonehenge. That was always there. Temple of Artemis was always there. This was always there. So this is the only first new one. Statue of Zeus, plus 25, plus 40 stability. Money per alliance. Might be better in the longer run. Plus 20 stability, no faith, but plus 2 science per district on city or outpost. This could be pretty strong as well. This is mostly naval stuff, not that interesting, and militia not lost over time during sieges. Also a bit meh. I think Pyramid of the Sun here is the way to go. We'll go ahead and claim that one. Alright, these guys are going to stay put. And then we have a Schism in the Heart, religious tolerance. Now this might be helpful as well, except we just lost the influence we need to do this. But religious hostility will put plus 5 faith on territory. So this will really influence, this will really allow us to push our religion across this continent. It will also add a new grievance against empires with a different state religion. We could be open-minded as well, we'll get plus 3 influence. But I really want to push that religion on this continent. So, let's see, we'll, this one will help out with the stone rings as well. Ooh, that is not great. Right, Parsa, how much stability do you have? 13% surplus. We will go ahead and attach Alhena over here. That will give us another era star, so that's pretty good. We are 1,000 fame behind, however, or close to 1,000. We own 8 territories attached to any city, including the city's territory. For the next one, we need to attach one more for another expansion star. That will allow us to gain a little bit. That would be pretty good. For now though, we'll end this turn. Change of reputation with unknown. Alright, not the most exciting information to have a look at then. We'll end this turn. Then we'll end one more turn, and I think this will be our last. Once we build the stone rings, we'll make some more choices, and then we will have been playing for some time, and it's time to put the cuts in there, I think. The Bantu become the Huns, the Harappans become the Carthaginians. Alright. We could share maps with the Gadamantis.
Sign this treaty.
Yep, sure.
This is
Gives us a little bit more information. Oh, they just took over this place, Zeus. They took over this... this was an independent nation. Now, funnily enough, we have been getting some influence with these guys. We could spend some gold on increasing this, and eventually we can start assimilating these guys for 500 influence. And our influence game is pretty strong right here, so we'll go ahead and grab that, I think. So stability here, we have a 20% surplus. That means we can go for something else. We'll grab Forge, however, first of all, for the boost to production. +5, +7 in 3 turns, that's pretty good. We'll grab that for this city. And then for Parsa, Satrap's Palace is not the best right now, but adjacent districts will increase its strength. It's a good time to grab it, I think. And with that, we have been playing for some time, so I want to thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.